Hello everyone, myself Smith Parsada, and today we are going to discuss Gujcet 2024 physics paper. And as you can see on the screen, a pure inductor of 50 millihenry is connected to a source of 220 volt. The RMS current in the circuit will be dash if the frequency of the source is 50 Hz. So we have to find IRMS, and we know that IRMS is equals to VRMS upon mod of Z. Therefore VRMS is equals to, here the circuit is only inductor, so mod of Z is equals to omega L. Therefore VRMS is equals to 2 pi f into L, and the voltage is given is 220 volt. Divide by 2 into pi into 50 Hz frequency into 50 into 10 to the power minus 3, 50 into 10 to the power minus 3. So our answer so our answer will be 14 ampere, option A. The second is, in LCR AC circuit at resonance the value of power factor will be. In LCR circuit at resonance, so we know that power factor is equals to cos theta is equals to R divided by mod of Z, but at LCR Z is equals to R, where at resonance. So at resonance, therefore cos theta is equals to R divided by R, which is equals to 1. So answer will be A. In question 3, if the primary coil of a transformer has 100 turns and secondary coil has 200 turns, then the input of 220 volt at 10 ampere, find out the current in step up transformer. So here the transformer is step up, and we know for the transformer IS divided by IP is equals to NP divided by NS for a transformer. Therefore IS is equals to NP by NS into IP, which is equals to 10 into 100 divided by 200 turns, which is equals to 5 ampere. So current will be 5 ampere. Answer D. Next question. For obtaining voltless current, dash is connected with an AC supply. For obtaining voltless current, this question is according to knowledge base, and we know that for voltless current, when only AC circuit is present, then and then only we get voltless current. So for voltless current, we need only LC circuit. So here according to option only L. So answer will be A. As indicated below, which one is the equation for Ampere Maxwell's law? For Ampere Maxwell law, again Ampere Maxwell law is equals to integrated B dot dl in the answer. So B, C and D mu 0 I and d phi by dt, but change in electric field produces, barabar. Therefore our answer will be B. Most of the question is asked on the knowledge based question, and you have to, for the knowledge based question, you have to go through NCERT at least one times. The another question is, cellular phone used in radio waves to transmit voice communication in the band. Which band? So in cell phone we use UHF, ultra frequency. UHF stands for ultra high frequency. And we know that for ultra high frequency, the wavelength will be 300 to 3000 megahertz. So this will be C, our answer. Next, for plane mirror, focal length is infinity. This question is very important and very basic. For plane mirror, see, if we see for a plane mirror, in the plane mirror we see the height of a person is actual. Virtual image and of same size. So for that the ray must be coming from the infinite and the focal length will be at infinite. In this question it can also be twisted in the form that power of plane mirror. Suppose if power of plane mirror is asked, then it will be 1 upon f. So answer will be 1 upon infinity, so 0. But in case of power, but here we have asked the focal length, so answer will be directly infinity. Then when a ray coming out on object is a ray coming from an object which is situated at infinite distance in air and falls on a spherical glass surface, n is equals to 1.5, then the distance of image formation will be dash r. If the radius of the curvature, if r is the radius of curvature of spherical glass. So for spherical glass we know that in spherical glass minus n1 by u plus n2 by v is equals to n2 minus n1 by r, and the object is situated at infinite distance, so 1 upon n1 is equals to infinity, and refractive index of second medium is 1.5. First medium will be our air, therefore 1.5 by v is equals to 1.5 minus 1 divided by r. So our answer will be, therefore 1.5 by v is equals to 0.5 r, 0.5 by r, and we have to find the image formation. So v is equals to 1.5 by 0.5 into r, which stands for 3r. So answer will be 3r. Next question. For a thin prism, an angle of prism is 4 degree, having refractive index 1.6. Then angle of minimum deviation will be, and we know that for thin prism delta minimum is equals to a into n minus 1. So angle of prism is 4 degree, refractive index 1.6 minus 1, which means 4 into 0.6, which is almost equals to 2.4 degree. So delta minimum is equals to 2.4 degree. Answer will be A. Consider a reflecting telescope whose objective has a focal length of 1 meter and eyepiece of focal length 1 centimeter. Then magnifying power of the telescope will be, so here for telescope we know that magnification of telescope is equals to focal length of objective upon focal length of eyepiece, means 1 divided by 1 into 10 to the power minus 2, which is in centimeter. So magnification will be 100 times. Answer will be D. Next question. Phase difference between any two particles on a given wavefront is, phase difference in any two particles given wavefront is almost equals to 0, which is given in textbook. And the next question is, in Young's dual slit experiment, the slits are separated by 0.28 mm and the screen is placed at 1.4 meter away. The distance between central bright fringe and the fourth bright fringe is measured to be 1.24. Then the wavelength of the light used in the experiment is, okay, so here we have capital D given 1.4 meter, small d which is equals to 2.8 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter. Then x4 is equals to 1.2 centimeter, which is equals to 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Then we have to find wavelength. So for bright fringe, xn is equals to 4 lambda d by d. Therefore 4 into 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 2 multiplied by 0.28 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by small d, 4 into 10 to the power 1.4. 4 equals to lambda. So therefore lambda is equals to 6 into 10 to the power minus 7, which is equals to 6000 angstrom. Option will be A, 600 nanometer. Next question. The refractive index of a glass slab is 1.6. Then the speed of light in glass will be, if the refractive index of glass is 1.6 and speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So we know that for refractive index is speed of light in vacuum upon speed of light in medium. Therefore speed of light in medium is equals to C by N, where C is equals to 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 1.6, which is almost equals to 1.88 into 10 to the power 10 to 8 meter per second, which is equals to option C. Then in 14th, what is given? Joule into second is a unit of which physical quantity? Joule into second. So for that we know that joule is equals to second, it's the unit of angular momentum, and we have solved this question in classroom for 2 to 3 times. For angular momentum, is equals to mvr, and m is equals to kg. Velocity is equals to meter per second, so meter per second, and r is also meter. Therefore kg meter square per second. And if now we multiply and divide with second square, means kg meter square per second square into second, which is equals to joule into second. So the answer will be angular momentum, D. Next, to emit electron from metal, minimum electric field is required. See, this question is according to knowledge base, and in the textbook it's given on the first or second page of the textbook of chapter 11, sorry. In this there are 3 types of field emissions. First is thermoic emissions, then field emission, and electric emission, photoelectric emissions are the 3 types. In these 3 types we have given that for electric field emissions the minimum required is 3 into 10 to the power 8 volt per meter. The next question is, a ball of mass 0.12 kg moving with a speed of 20 meter per second has de Broglie wavelength, and for de Broglie wavelength V is equal to lambda is equals to h by p, h upon p, which is equals to h upon mv. So h is equals to 3.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 divided by mass in the given 0.12 kg and v velocity is 20. So this answer will be બે પોઈન્ટ સાત ગુણ્યા 10 34 થાય, 2.7 into 10 to the power minus 34, B. Next question. The ratio of radius of second and third orbit of hydrogen atom is second and third orbit. We know that for ratio of radius is equals to directly proportional to n square, and for directly here given that orbit is second and third, not first excited state or second excited state, orbit. So R1 is directly proportional to, R2 R2 is directly proportional to 2 square and R3 is directly proportional to 3 square, and we take the ratio. Therefore R2 by R3 is equals to 4 by 9, which is option D. Satisfies. In Geiger-Marsden experiment, in Geiger-Marsden scattering experiment of thickness of gold foil will be 2.1 into 10 to the power minus 7. See, in Geiger-Marsden experiment we have seen that with the lead block one gold foil is scattered, and here there was a screen with movable detector. So why here gold foil is used? Because we know that in gold foil there is a property ductileness, and ductileness of gold foil is very big. So therefore gold foil can be hammered and makes very thin, and this thin range is 2.1 into 10 to the power minus 7 meters. The next question is the ground state energy of hydrogen atom is minus 13.6 electron volt. The potential barrier of electron in this state will be, so the potential energy in this state, we know that potential energy PE is equals to 2 times total energy. Potential energy will be 2 times of total energy, therefore 2 into 13.6 electron volt. Therefore our answer will be potential energy minus, so therefore minus 2.7 into 2.7 electron volt. The next question will be some atomic species of same element differentiating in mass. Some atomic species of the same element differing in mass, same element in different mass, we known as isotopes. Then in the next question, find the value of xy from the given nuclear reaction. Here one nuclear reaction given, x and y. Here there is one x and y. Okay, so for x and y we know that x, comparing this equation, 92 plus 0 is equals to x plus 41. Therefore x is equals to 51. For y we again compare, 235 plus 1 is equals to 133 plus y plus 4. Therefore y is equals to 236 minus 137, which is almost equals to 99. Answer will be C. Next question. The ratio of nuclear radii of 1H1 and 13Al27. So for nuclear radii we know that R is equals to R0 a raised to 1 by 3. So in this, radius of hydrogen divided by radius of aluminium, and radius of hydrogen and radius of aluminium we can write at AH divided by AL raised to 1 by 3. So 1 divided by 27 raised to 1 by 3. So the answer will be 1 by 3 C. Next question. Which impurity is used to convert pure silicon into p-type semiconductors? Which impurities is used to convert pure semiconductor into p-type semiconductor? See, for pure in p-type means we need plus 3, and we know that indium is plus 3. Next, the energy required for electron to jump the forbidden gap for germanium at room temperature in intrinsic semiconductor means pure semiconductor, and at germanium is its 0.72 electron volt. The next question will be the dimensional formula for electric flux. We know that electric flux is equals to E into A, and E is equals to force per unit charge. Force is equals to M1 L1 T minus 2 divided by A1 T1 M1 L1 T minus 3 A minus 1, which is electric field. So therefore m1 L1 t minus 3 a minus 1 into a2 L2 L2. So therefore electric flux is equals to m1 L3 t minus 3 a minus 1 t minus 3 a minus 1, option C. Next question. 26. For an electric dipole at angle between electric field E and dipole moment P at a point on an equatorial plane is okay. So for that we know that in electric dipole minus q plus q, let's say, and in electric dipole the direction of dipole moment will be this, from negative to positive. And at equatorial plane, here at equatorial plane electric field will be, for positive charge electric field will be in this direction because of test charge is positive and negative charge is this. So the net electric field will be in this direction. So here electric field is in this direction and dipole moment is in the direction which is opposite to each other, which means 180 degree. An infinite line charge produces an electric field of 9 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per Coulomb at distance of 2 centimeter. Then linear charge distribution will be. So we know that for linear charge distribution 2k lambda by r. Therefore lambda is equals to E into r divided by 2k. And electric field is 9 into 10 to the power 4 multiplied by 2 ગુણ્યા 10 ની minus 2 multiplied by 2 into 10 to the power minus 9 into 9, which is k. So 9 cancel, 2 cancel, 10 to the power minus 4, which means 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 7 means 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 6. So 0.1 microcoulomb, 0.1 microcoulomb D. 28. If an electron is accelerated by a potential difference of 2.5, it would gain energy. For energy E is equals to Q into V. So electron 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 multiplied by 2.5 potential. So the answer of the options is given in electron volt. So we can say that 2.5 eV. Option C. See, જો ફ્રેન્ડ્સ, હવે એકોર્ડિંગ ટુ નાવ અત્યાર સુધી જેટલા ક્વેશ્ચન સોલ્વ કર્યા એ બધા ક્વેશ્ચન્સ ઉપરથી આપણને એટલી એક વસ્તુ ક્લિયર પડી કે ગુજસેટમાં હવે પહેલાંની જેમ એટલા બધા કેલ્ક્યુલેટિવ એન્ડ ડિફિકલ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન્સ નહીં આવતા. બસ મોસ્ટ ઓફ ધ ક્વેશ્ચન્સ છે તે નોલેજ બેઝ આવે છે એન્ડ ટેક્સ્ટબુક નોલેજ બેઝ ઉપર વધારે આવે છે. આપણે અત્યાર સુધીના 28 ક્વેશ્ચન્સમાંથી મોર અબાઉટ 9 to 12 ક્વેશ્ચન્સ તો એવા જોયા છે જે ટેક્સ્ટબુકમાંથી, જો તમે એકવાર ટેક્સ્ટબુક જોયો તો ક્વેશ્ચન્સ પણ આખો રીડ કરવાની જરૂર નથી પડતી, એટલી જલ્દી ક્વેશ્ચન્સ પતી જાય છે. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ તરીકે આ ડાયપોલવાળો ક્વેશ્ચન છે, પછી મેગ્નેટિક ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ફ્લક્સનો છે. ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ફ્લક્સનો એટલી વાર ક્વેશ્ચન કર્યો હોય જરૂર પણ નહીં. 24 નંબરનો ક્વેશ્ચન, 23 નંબરનો ક્વેશ્ચન છે. આ તો ગુજરાત બોર્ડમાં પણ આ ક્વેશ્ચન્સ પૂછાય નહીં, એટલા ઇઝી ક્વેશ્ચન્સ પૂછેલા છે. 20 નંબરનો ક્વેશ્ચન્સ છે. તો બધા ક્વેશ્ચન્સ છે તે એકદમ આટલા બધા ડિફિકલ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન નથી. બસ એક કામનેસથી અને શાંત દિમાગથી કરીએ તો બધા ક્વેશ્ચન્સ છે તે થઈ જાય એવા છે. અને કોઈ પણ ક્વેશ્ચન્સ એટલા બધા ડિફિકલ્ટ નથી. બસ એક જ વસ્તુની જરૂર છે, થોડું શાંતિથી ટ્રાય કરવાની જરૂર છે. ચલો જો નેક્સ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન ટ્રાય કરીએ. રેડિયસ ઓફ સ્ફિયરિકલ ચાર્જડ સેલ ઇઝ 10 centimeter and electric potential on its surface is 100 volt. Then the potential at 2 centimeter from the center of the cell is. We know that for the cell, if potential is at 100 volt, 100 volt given in the surface, and for hollow shell potential inside the center is constant. So our answer will be C. Again knowledge based question. Next, a parallel plate capacitor with air between the plate has capacitance of 4 picofarad. If the distance between the plate is reduced by half and the separation between them is filled with a substance of dielectric constant 6, then the value of capacitance will be. So here we know that for capacitance C is equals to epsilon 0 A by D, epsilon 0 A by D, and for the initial state there is nothing, only air is given inside this, so 4 is equals to epsilon 0 A by D. Now the separation, for example C dash, separation is equals to D by 2, so epsilon 0 A D by 2, therefore C dash is equals to 2C, which is equals to 2 into 4, which is almost equals to 8 picofarad. But here what is said is that dielectric constant is 6, means that C double dash is equals to Kc, which is equals to 6 into 8. So answer will be 48 picofarad. Means that if we insert dielectric between the plates or between the parallel plates capacitor, the capacity to store the charge is increased. Then next, the SI unit of current density. Current density is J is equals to I by A. So I is equals to ampere per meter square, ampere meter square D, option. Next, the magnitude of drift velocity Vd per unit electric field is known as mobility mu, option A. સી અગેન અત્યાર સુધી જેટલા પણ ક્વેશ્ચન્સ જોયા બધા ક્વેશ્ચન્સમાં કોઈ એક પણ ક્વેશ્ચન્સ ગુજસેટ 2024માં એવો નથી જોવા મળ્યો જે થોડો ડિફિકલ્ટ પડતો હોય અને થોડું વિચારવાનું કહેતો હોય. બટ આ ક્વેશ્ચન્સ છે તેમાં મોસ્ટલી સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ છે તે બધા ભૂલ કરે છે. હવે આ 33 નંબરના ક્વેશ્ચન્સમાં શું થાય છે તો કે એઝ શોન ઇન ધ સર્કિટ ડાયાગ્રામ ફાઇન્ડ ધ વેલ્યુ ઓફ આઈ. સર્કિટ ડાયાગ્રામમાં તમને આઈની વેલ્યુ ફાઇન્ડ કરવાની છે. તો નોર્મલ કોમન મિસ્ટેક શું કરે છે કે બધા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ છે તે ડાયરેક્ટ આમાં કિર્ચોફ લો એપ્લાય કરવાનું સ્ટાર્ટ કરી દે છે. એવું સમજે છે ગુજસેટનું પેપર છે એટલે થોડું ટ્વિસ્ટેડ હશે, કિર્ચોફ લોથી ટ્રાય કરીએ. પણ એક વસ્તુ જુઓ તો આ કન્ડિશન છે એમાં વિસ્ટર્ન બ્રિજ છે તે બેલેન્સ કન્ડિશનમાં થાય છે. તો જો વિસ્ટર્ન બ્રિજ બેલેન્સ કન્ડિશનમાં થતો હોય તો ગેલ્વેનોમીટરમાંથી કરંટ છે તે પસાર નહીં થાય. જો ગેલ્વેનોમીટરમાંથી વિદ્યુત પ્રવાહ પસાર ના થાય તો આ કન્ડિશનમાં શું થયું તો એના માટે 2 અને 4 છે બંને સિરીઝમાં થઈ જશે અને 4 અને 8 બંને સિરીઝમાં થઈ જશે. તો એનો મતલબ એવો થયો કે આપણું આર જે છે આર ઇક્વિવેલન્સ ઇઝ ઇક્વલ્સ ટુ 6 ઇન્ટુ 12 ડિવાઈડ બાય 6 પ્લસ 12 net equivalence, which is almost equals to 72 by 18. Therefore R is equals to 4 ohm. So in this circuit the net resistance is 4 ohm. Now for I is equals to V by R and the potential difference is given 10 by 4, which is almost equals to 2.5 ampere. So answer will be C. Next question. Next, a silver wire has resistance of 2.1 ohm and 27.5 degrees Celsius at the resistance of 2.7 at 100 degrees Celsius. Then the temperature coefficient of resistance of silver wire will be. So for temperature coefficients we know that alpha is equals to R2 minus R1 upon R1 into T2 minus T1. Therefore alpha is equals to 2.7 minus 2.1 divided by R1 is equals to 2.1 into 100 minus 27.5, 2.1 because 100 minus 27, which is almost equals to 0.6 divided by 2.1 multiplied by 72.5. So it will be 0.6 answer is 0.00394, which is almost equals to 3.94 into 10 to the power 3 per degree Celsius. C answer. volt second upon ampere meter is a unit of which physical quantity? So 4 volt second upon ampere into meter. We know that this physical quantity is of mu 0, but once we derive it, B is equals to mu 0 by mu 0 into Ni, where mu 0 is equals to B upon Ni, where B is magnetic field, Tesla. Small n is number of turn per unit length, so therefore M inverse into I, current A, and let's multiply and divide by M. So therefore Tesla meter into meter upon ampere into meter. So mu is equals to Tesla meter square upon ampere meter. Let's say equation 1. Now we know that Tesla meter square is equals to magnetic flux B into A, which is equals to flux 5. So this equation can also be written leave it, for example, just leave it here 1, the give name equation 1. Now we note that 5 E is equals to d phi by dt. જો આપણે આ વસ્તુ કેમ કરશે તો કે આપણે લાવવાનું છે વોલ્ટેજ V, તો V વોલ્ટેજ એટલે શું થયું? EMF is change in flux per unit time. Therefore flux 5 is equals to E into dt. Therefore E into dt is equals to V into S. So 5 is equals to V into S, so we can write this equation is equals to V into S. Therefore mu 0 is equals to volt second upon ampere meter. Okay, so the answer will be in this question, it's B. So actually જો તો થોડો આ ક્વેશ્ચન છે તો જો તમે કોન્સેપ્ટ અથવા તો યુનિટ્સ ભૂલી ગયા હોય તો આને ડિરાઈવ કરવો પડે છે. એટલે આ ક્વેશ્ચન છે તો થોડો એવું રીતના જુઓ તો 40માંથી કોઈ 2 ક્વેશ્ચન્સ એવા જોવા મળ્યા જેમાં થોડું લોજિક રન કરવું પડે. નેક્સ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન શું છે તો કે એન આઈડિયલ એમીટર એન્ડ આઈડિયલ વોલ્ટમીટર હેઝ રેઝિસ્ટન્સ ડેશ એન્ડ ડેશ રિસ્પેક્ટિવલી. સો ફોર ધેટ વી નોઝ ધેટ ફોર આઈડિયલ એમીટર, ideal emitter means ke galvanometer to we have to convert galvanometer into ammeter, and for that we have to connect in series, and for that its internal resistance is 0, and for voltmeter its internal resistance will be maximum, so minimum amount of current will be flow and we get the perfect reading. So the answer will be 0 and infinity. Next question. The solenoid has a core of material with relative permeability 400. The winding of solenoids are insulated with a core and carrying of current 2 ampere. If the numbers of turn is 100 per meter, then the value of magnetic intensity will be. So magnetic intensity H is equals to N into I. So N is equals to 1000 and I is equals to 2. So all the rest informations are given for just confusing. So therefore answer will be 2000 ampere per meter. So option B. Last 3 questions. A short bar magnet placed with its axis at 30 degree in a uniform magnetic field of 0.5 Tesla and experiences torque of magnitude 4.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 joule, then the magnitude of magnetic moment of magnet will be. So we know that torque is equals to mb cos theta, and magnetic moment we have to find. The m is equals to torque upon b cos theta, અને ટોર્કની વેલ્યુ તમને આપેલી છે કેટલી છે 4.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by magnetic field કેટલી કીધી છે તો કે 0.5 ટેસ્લા, and cos theta we have given here cos theta. So sorry in this equation torque is vector quantity, so torque is equals to m vector cross b vector, means mb sin theta, mb sin theta. Therefore m is equals to torque upon b sin theta. हाँ 4.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 0.5 and sin 30 1 by 2 so answer will be m is equals to 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 1 joule per Tesla. No option satisfied. Okay, 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 2 joule per Tesla. ઓપ્શન ડી. હા, આમાં સેટિસ્ફાઈ થઈ ગયો. ચાલો નેક્સ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન શું કહે છે? ઓકે, અ સ્ક્વેર લૂપ ઓફ સાઇડ 10 સેન્ટીમીટર એન્ડ રેઝિસ્ટન્સ ઓફ 0.5 ઓહમ ઇઝ પ્લેસ્ડ વર્ટિકલી ઇન ધ ઈસ્ટ વેસ્ટ પ્લેન. East, west, north, south. Square loop is placed in east west when uniform magnetic field of 0.5 Tesla is set up across the plane in the northeast direction. Textbook equation is આ ટેક્સ્ટબુકનો દાખલો છે બેઠો. Northeast direction. The magnetic field is decreased to 0 in 0.7 seconds at a steady rate. Okay. So magnetic field say E is equals to d5 by dt. Magnetic field at rates 2. Magnetic field rest in 0. So therefore E is equals to IR steady rate and the magnitude of induced current in the intervals. Okay, induced current I is equals to 5. But we know that flux phi is equals to N into d5 by dt is equals to IR. So in this question, let's write here I is equals to N into AB cos theta divided by R delta T. R delta T. Here delta T time is 0 because steady rate and suddenly decrease to 0, which is equals to, for example, N, a single loop square, so N is equals to 1. For area what will we do? 10 into 10 to the power minus 4 multiply by magnetic field આપી છે તો કે 0.1 ટેસ્લા મલ્ટીપ્લાય બાય કોસ થીટા શું થશે તો કે ઈસ્ટ વેસ્ટ પ્લેન છે એટલે કોસ 45 થઈ જશે તો ડિવાઈડ બાય શું થઈ જશે √2 રેઝિસ્ટન્સ કેટલો હોય પૂછે તો કે 0.5 અને મલ્ટીપ્લાય બાય 0.7 તો એનો મતલબ શું થયો તો કે I is equals to 10 to the power minus 2 multiply by 0.1 multiply by 1 divide by 0.5 into 0.7 into √2. But we know that 1 upon √2 is equals to 0.7. So we can rearrange this equation. I बराबर 0.3 घात ના છેદમાં 0.5 મલ્ટીપ્લાય બાય 0.7 અને 1 upon √2 is equals to 0.7. So 1 upon cut. Therefore I is equals to 1.5 એટલે 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 मतलब answer will be C. Last question. A coil has n turns and current passes through it is 1 ampere. Then we obtain 1 Henry of self inductance. Now if current change to 5I, then new self inductance will be dash. Okay, કોઈલની અંદર n મટીરિયલ રાખ્યું છે 2n અને 5. ઓકે, હા. સો ધ વેલ્યુ ઓફ ન્યૂ સેલ્ફ ઇન્ડક્ટન્સ. બટ સાંભળો, હવે આ ક્વેશ્ચનમાં શું થશે તો કે સેલ્ફ ઇન્ડક્ટન્સ એક એવી પ્રોપર્ટી છે જે એના નંબર્સ ઓફ ટર્ન ઉપર ડિપેન્ડ કરે. મતલબ જેટલા નંબર્સ ઓફ ટર્ન વધારશો એટલું સેલ્ફ ઇન્ડક્ટન્સ વધશે. આઈધર કે તમે જે કોઇલ અંદર કોર મટીરિયલ ફેલ કર્યું છે કોર મટીરિયલ ઉપર, અથવા તો જે આ કોઇલ બનેલી છે કોઇલના સ્ટ્રક્ચર્સ ઉપર ડિપેન્ડ કરે છે. એનો મતલબ એમ થયો કે સેલ્ફ ઇન્ડક્ટન્સ છે તે કરંટથી ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્ટ છે. તો કરંટથી ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્ટ મતલબ શું છે તો કે પહેલાં પણ એલ જ રહેશે ને હવે પણ એલ જ રહેશે, તો એલમાં ચેન્જીસ નહીં આવે. સો આ હતું આપણું ગુજસેટ 2024નું પેપર, જે એટલું બધું ડિફિકલ્ટ કશું હતું નહીં 2024ના પેપરમાં, અને આનું સોલ્યુશન્સ તમને આખું મૂકી દીધેલું છે. કોઈ પણ ડાઉટ હોય તો મેસેજ કરજો ને પ્લીઝ લાઇક, ફોલો એન્ડ સબસ્ક્રાઈબ માય this channel. Thank you.